Hi guys, welcome back on board of Crypto Cruiser. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and where it's heading next week. So that's markets look ahead and exactly where I anticipate Bitcoin will end up next week. My personal opinion that we're heading for all-time highs and of course above 76, 77,000 for BTC. And I'll give you a specific date by 24th of October. I anticipate Bitcoin to test this previous yearly resistance that we've tested in April of 2021. Also, I think October of 2021 as well, November of 2021 when it was the previous all-time high. And we've tested it again this year in March when we hit all-time high as well. So I anticipate to test this huge resistance, yearly resistance line as well again on 24th of October and start hitting price of around 76, 77,000. Of course, anything I say in this video is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes, and before you do anything, do your own research. But let's just get back a little bit of the history and how I was able to predict this huge dump here. Well, I already knew when Bitcoin was correcting from 70 drop to 66, and when I was launching my channel, I said I anticipate huge downward momentum and start testing prices below 50,000, and then I'm not going to be surprised if we have a final wash off to shake off all the weak hands, break down a bear trap to confuse all the participants in the markets, and to test prices below 50,000, and we actually went to 49,000 perfectly, and then I set a huge bounce, a V-shaped recovery, and then consolidation phase. But how did I know that? Well, because S&P 500 was already correcting, and that's exactly what we did. We hit here all-time high at price of around 5,670, and I said it overall it will be healthy for the overall bull market to have a correction, a healthy correction, and that's exactly what we did, a 10% regular ABC. But some of these big YouTubers, they were calling for a bear market and going to the abyss. Exactly what we did between the period of end of July and end of October, where we had over 15% correction, quite a big one, a severe one. But when we zoom out, there was nothing to be afraid of. And to be fair, I didn't listen to any of those. Because actually, I did exactly on the contrarian side. In my opinion, we were in a huge raging bull market and we had a huge bounce, and I benefited quite well, if I have to be totally honest with you. So we had a huge bounce, of course, and nothing goes in a straight upline. Along the way, we had corrections, such as in December of 2022, in March of 2023, as I've mentioned, between the period of end of July, end of October of 23. We had another one this year in April, and of course, the one that I've predicted between the period of July and August. And I said ABC correction, huge bounce, a V-shaped recovery. You can turn back some of my videos. I think one of my first videos, I said a V-shaped recovery, and that's exactly what we did in the shape of the letter V. Then I said it will be healthy for the overall trend to test this previous resistance line twice as previous as resistance, previous all-time highs, and then again end of July. We tested it, we bounced back, continuation of the trend on the upside, and start hitting all-time high prices. So nothing has been broken down. The chart looks extremely bullish, and of course, in the process, we formed a reverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish chart pattern, and the price target is above 6,250. So that's what I'm anticipating by the end of this year or early next one to start hitting price of above 6,000 and potentially go to 6,250. And if we snap out of this huge resistance line, then we can go much further than that. But let's just take one trade at a time and just take it on a daily basis and see how exactly it's going to play out. Now, if you turn back the BTC chart, as I've mentioned, we dropped down, a bounce back, consolidation phase. I was showing the chart pattern that has been predicting every single small move here in the consolidation phase, and that's how I knew that we're gonna top at 65,000. That's what I said. At 65,000, I predict that we're gonna drop to 52,000. So in the process between 23rd of August and 6th of September, I posted over 20 warning videos, and I was saying that from 65 first, initially we're gonna drop to 57, 58. That's what we did. In the process, we formed a bearish pattern, head and shoulders. We dropped down further than that at 55, 54 as predicted. A descending triangle pattern, another bearish pattern. We dropped down to 52, perfectly predicted. And then I said it will be healthy to for the overall trend to retest 52 or 53. We did 53, bounced back, took this bear trap at 57, start hitting price of above 57,000. And from that moment on, we were hitting higher highs and higher lows. Of course, the only time that my prediction didn't come out right was on 29th of September, 30th of September, when we had a huge drop. Well, this is why I think because of the Middle East escalation, there was a global war. I mean, that war was expanding. And I'm not a specialist. I'm not, into war and stuff like that. But I knew that's just a fake out. And I've said from here, I anticipate huge bullish momentum. And as we can measure it, we actually dropped down a little bit further than that. We went to 59,000. And I said in the immediate short term, I anticipate prices to hit over 64,500 to take this local top, consolidate a little bit, break out of this resistance line. That's exactly what we did. And from that moment on, we take this local top at 66,500, and that's what we did. Start hitting price of around 67, 68. Even we reached 69,000 as predicted, because I was calling from 59 to go to 70,000. We got there pretty much. And on the 4-hourly chart, we can clearly see we're setting up higher highs, of course, and higher lows, which is bullish. And another bullish confirmation is this triangle pattern that we actually broke out of on the upside on 19th of September. We had a test here on 3rd of October, and we had a huge another test on 10th of October when I said the markets have bottomed and anticipate huge bullish momentum on the upside. And now, as I've said, we are consolidating between price of around 68, 66,000. From 68, I said we're gonna drop down to price of around 66,566. This previous local top at 66,500 will act as support, and that's exactly what we're doing. And I anticipate start hitting price of above 70,000. So I'm not gonna be surprised if we go to 72,500, maybe correct a little bit. We'll come back to 70,000 or even 69,000, and then huge snap by 24th of October to all-time highs above 76, 77,000. This is just my anticipation for the week to come. That's markets look ahead, and this is something that I anticipate. Of course, I have to repeat myself. Anything I say in this video is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research. But so far, so good. The structure of the trend looks bullish, and nothing has been broken down, setting up higher lows, higher highs, and sooner than later, I think we're gonna go and test this previous this resistance line, yearly resistance line, and around 76, 77,000 next week, all-time highs. This is just my anticipation. This is how I think it's gonna play out. And as you can clearly see here, this yearly resistance, we had a test on April of 21, as I've mentioned, in October of 21, and then multiple touches here in November of 2021, and then again another test on 13th of March of 24. So that's what I'm anticipating. We are already broke out of this resistance line here. We snap out of the triangle pattern on the upside. We tested it once, we tested it twice, and continuation of the trend. We took all the resistance here on the 4-hourly chart, start hitting price of above 66,500 as predicted, over 68, 69,000. Consolidate, we turn back, we turn this previous local top into support, and now continuation of the trend, start hitting price of above 70,000 and potentially all-time highs at price of around 76, 77,000. This is just my personal opinion, guys. Again, thank you so much for all the support, and special thanks for all my Patreon subscribers. You are the real support. Without you, I couldn't do that, what I'm doing, and all my chart predictions. So I'm really grateful to all my Patreon. I really appreciate. Of course, there's another book that came out that I personally wrote of a chart analysis, over 60 pages. I've wrote down almost everything I know about chart analysis, so it's there in Patreon. And of course, I gave that book for absolutely free to all my Patreon subscribers who subscribe to my silver or golden packages. Um, so now, if you subscribe, you get two books. The market research one with over 8 different crypto categories, from artificial intelligence to meme tokens. Of course, so much information, over 60 pages. And this is the uh, the art of chart analysis book that I personally wrote. Again, around 50-60 pages, filled with very useful information for this bull cycle. I think it'll be quite interesting for you to see it. So yeah, and for the YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's for absolutely free. And once again, guys, thank you so much for the support, and we'll see each other later on. Goodbye.